Hi, Gabby.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Gabby. I'm sorry for the lateness. Yes.
Don't worry, it's okay.
Okay, Gabby. So, I will show you my screen. Today, we're going to start with future, but in past. Okay. This grammar, it is not difficult. Instead of this is like kind of rare because it is future but in past, right? So how do we use this future in past? We're going to use only one auxiliary. The auxiliary is going to be about future, be going to. But in this case, as we are doing, for example, or maybe as we are saying, this future, this is the auxiliary of future, right? And we have to use the auxiliaries for past. So these are gonna be like mixed. And in this part only, we're gonna use the verb to be, but the verb to be in past. Okay, was, where. So how is our structure? It is the same as we know be going to, subject, be, but the be in past, going to, plus the verb in base form and the complement. For example, I could say I was going to travel yesterday. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that we had a plan, right? That we had a plan, but this plan didn't happen, never happened. Okay, so it was like a plan frustrated. Okay, that's why we call future in past. Okay, so how are we gonna realize? Maybe we could use complement in past, like yesterday, last month, or maybe not. Okay, it's not necessary. If we use, for example, here, the verb to be in past, with this, it is all, okay? So when we want to use a future plan that didn't happen, always we are going to use the future in past with auxiliary be going to, but be in past, was and were, okay? So in negative, could you maybe give me a negative plan that didn't happen? Maybe, Gabby?
Um, uh, I was not going to the university this year.
Okay, I wasn't going to go to the university, right? Very good. Perfect. So if we want to make questions, yes, we could do it, but always we're going to start with verb to be, right? So this is going to change only in the order about the two first. So the question, for example, no, in past, were you going to sleep early? So as we have our questions with verb to be in the past, we are going to answer with verb to be in the past. Okay, for example, yes, I was, right? Or maybe negative, no, I wasn't, right? So this is the only thing. Perfect. So now, I don't know if you have some questions about this grammar, Gabby.
No, it's fine.
Perfect. So here we can see some examples. For example, this one. I was just going to call you. What does it mean? That Tony had planned to call Talia, but it didn't happen. Okay, so it was a frustrated plan. This part, we can have the same. Johnny was going to listen to the recording. And if we use plural, two people or more, Amy and John were going to listen to, right? So we're going to change only these ones, was and were, okay? Perfect, Gabby. So now with this, we're gonna go to the platform. Okay, so I will assign you this grammar. Okay, this one. Okay. Okay, so now it is assigned. Let's start with future in past one.
Okay. We're going to go to Malaysia. Danny was going to give going to Konyaki, but you went to see Tony. Tony and John were going to get a reservation. Okay.
Perfect, any mistake. Great. Oh, well,
Is
the first
yeah.
one, right?
Yeah, I knew it, but I didn't trust my
Okay,
my first
yourself.
choice. It's because I thought that, well, we are uh, talking about going to, but of course it doesn't sound correct. But I know it's when.
Yes, right? Because this action happened, right? So it wasn't a place, right? Great. Perfect. Now,
Okay.
let's go to second.
I she Oh no, that's her. What's she going to do? I don't know. She needs. Mm. Mhm.
Okay, let's see. Perfect. Very good. Excellent. Okay, Gabby. So now for doing the second exercise, I will share you my screen. Okay, the second it is about passive causatives. But about this first, you don't have questions, Gabby?
No, no, it was easy.
Perfect. Yes, yes, it is easy. Okay, so now now I will share you. Okay. This grammar about causatives, okay, we are gonna use, this is the opposite grammar for reflexive pronouns, okay? Why? Because in reflexive pronouns, do you remember what is? For example, myself, yourself, right? So what is the difference with this? When we use reflexive pronouns, we are talking about actions that we do well, that somebody do, but himself or herself, but oneself, right? But in this case, this is opposite. Why? In causatives, only we are going to use these two verbs, okay, have and get, but we're gonna use when somebody else makes maybe an action for us, okay? So we don't do the action, but somebody else, a third person, makes the action or makes the favor for us, okay? For example, here we can say as a reflexive pronoun, it is, for example, I cleaned my house. So what does it mean? That I cleaned it, that it is my house, myself, right? So I did it and I did it alone without help, okay? And one causative that somebody else do an action for us could be this first one. For example, a cleaner cleaned my house. Okay, so I am saying that I didn't do it, but this action or this was made by a cleaner, right? In this case, we are using or we are saying who makes the action. But when we talk about causatives, in this part, we are not gonna say who makes the action. We are gonna say that, well, somebody else did it, but we don't care who did it, okay? So that means about causative. For example, I can say, I had my house cleaned. Yo tuve in past mi casa limpia. Okay, so it means that I didn't do it alone, or maybe I didn't do it. So it means that somebody else, another person, did this action for me. Okay, so as we said, we have only these two verbs. The first verb, it is have. The structure for this is going to be this. The subject, have, and always the object. What is the object? For example, in this, we are talking about my house, and this is the object. Okay, so always after have, we are gonna use the object and always plus the past participle of the verb. Okay, always the third column of the verb. So with this structure, we say that we have something done by somebody else. Okay, for example, here, I had my car washed. In this case, I am using this verb in past, right? And I can use this verb have in any tense. For example, past, future, present perfect. Okay, so I can use it in any tense. Okay, so I had my car washed. Okay, so I am respecting the rules. Yes, subject, have, the object, past participle. Okay. If I want to do it in future, John will have the object, his house, painted. Okay, so it means that somebody else paint his house. Okay, so with the other verb, the structure is the same. Okay, the same. Get, the object, the past participle. Okay, but in this case, we're gonna get, maybe with some sacrifice, but both doesn't have any, for example, any difference. Both we are gonna use to about for that somebody else did it for us. Okay, both are the same. In this case, I am using in simple present, and I am saying the students, as we have here plural, we're gonna use only the verb in base form, right? Maybe if it is, I don't know, singular, like the student, it is like a third person. In that case, we have to use S, right? Gets. In this case, the students get their essays, the object, and the past participle checked, right? That somebody else check their essays. Future, I'll get my hair cut next week, for example. Okay, I can have some complement after this verb. Okay, and for example, here in past two, he got his washing machine fixed. Okay, so this is the difference between these two ones. I don't know if you have some question until here, Gabby.
No, it's fine.
Perfect. Here you can see some other examples, okay, with any tense, and I will send you this document, okay, in order you could see it.
Thank you.
Perfect. So now let's go to the platform and let's do it.
Yes, this.
Recuerda, Gaby, que por ejemplo, a ver ahí en el 1, la estructura. Right? Subject, the verb had, and after had, the object, right? And after
Yes.
the verb. Always between those, the verb and the auxiliary, always the object. Perfect.
Okay. We'll get Nick. Yes, this will get mm, 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 mm. You need help getting oh, that's okay. It. Mhm. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Ni- mm. Language. No, that the word was pony. She. By. Prepare. Do you get it washed every week?
Okay, let's see. Okay, it is,
Yes.
yes, this, right? Because the question says, did you get proof? Yes, Nick will get this recording cleared. Nick conseguirá esta grabación clara. Or maybe Nick, well, it could be like,
I thought in first place this recording will get me cleared.
yes,
But
that's much better.
yes, but I get confused by the structure because I don't know, maybe the object like in the structure goes after get this recording, and in this case Nick it's like the object maybe.
In this case, yes. Always we could have like object. Well, case it doesn't mean that always have to be a thing, for example. It could be a person too. For example, we could say, I don't know, I have, for example, I have my dog washed, for example. Or maybe I have my sister, I don't know, I have my sister picked up, for example, from the school. So in some cases we could use people, and of course it means that it is like the object pronoun. So yes, the first that you said, it was great. So
Okay.
let's try it again because it was the only one, right?
Yes. We'll
Make clear. Perfect.
yes, it was the only one.
Yes. Great. So now let's go to the second.
Everything. No. I have it paper. It's more convenient that way.
In this part, for example, let's see that dog. It's saying or it's asking a question, but in present. So have, it has to be in present. No, I have it delivered, right? Because yes.
One question. In this case, the verb, even if have is in present, doesn't change never, right? Like the past.
No, never. Always is going to be in the third column.
Okay.
Past participle.
Okay. I know I have to. I have to. It's a nice block. It's way. No, you don't have to. You have to. Where are you going to be just as soon as me? On here, you know, she. Oh.
Okay, it is the last one, right? Why? Because as we are using present, she is third person. So we have to use
Has.
has. Yes, very good. Excellent. Now it's done. Perfect. Very good. About this grammar, do you have maybe some question, Gabby?
No, that was the only one. The verb.
Very good. Okay, Gabby. So today we're gonna cover the other grammar more. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So in order to that, we're gonna stay here with the survey, and after this we are going to
Okay.
start the other.
Un segundito. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So give me a second. And okay, we're gonna get to the link again. Okay, when we